Good morning, everybody. My name is Amy Martin, and I am your instructor for OL 325 Total Rewards for Southern New Hampshire University. It's nice to meet you, and it's great to have you in class. I wanted to just do a quick video tutorial. So number one, you could put a face with a name. And number two, I wanted to go over some of the project information with you. We do have a milestone project this term. It consists of 3 milestones and then one final project. And it's really important that you not get behind on the milestone because each milestone is based on the one prior. So for instance, if you get behind on milestone 1, milestone 2 is due soon after that. Well, you have to build on milestone 1. So I want to make sure everybody just gets a good head start on this, knows where to find the project, and has some basic information. I'm going to turn my phone around so that you can actually see the screen, and I can guide you through that. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Texting is pretty quick. I can usually answer my texts within a few hours. And I can also set up a time to have a phone call with you if you're struggling with the project at all. Or of course, standard email is fine too. But let me go ahead and just turn it around and let you get an idea of where you can find everything. Okay, so as you can tell, this is our course. And the first thing I'm going to direct attention to is if you go over to the learning modules and then select module number 3, this is where you'll find the first information about the project listed. If you'll see under 3.2 final project milestone, I have created a guideline for you that I think will help you understand everything that you need to capture in the milestones and in the final project. So I'm going to pull that up for you. Okay. So it looks like this. So this is, of course, the proper setup for your milestone paper. You'll notice here that it has comments on the side, and it has a lot of notes throughout, okay? So you'll go down, you'll find that I've given you each of the required headings. There is information in the project and on the rubrics for things that are due in this project. Rather than having you go back and forth between the two, what I've done is I've listed everything on this outline that needs to be captured in the project. And I've also added comments over to the side, giving you even more information. The headings in red are those that will be turned in for the first milestone. Those in green are for the second. The blue is for the third. And then the red is for the final milestone. For the final milestone, you'll put milestones 1, 2, and 3 together and add the historical perspective in the summary. You do not have to turn in milestone 1 when you turn in milestone 2 and so on. I will only be grading during milestone 1, 2, and 3 those specific milestones. I won't grade the entire paper again until the final portion where you're adding it all back together. Let's just go over a couple of important pointers. These headings all need to have text underneath of them. And what I mean by text is some of them are going to ask for job descriptions, for instance. The job descriptions go in the appendix. You're going to be required to create 4 job descriptions. In the body of the paper, you'll notice if you pull up the comments, it tells you what I'm looking for in the body of the paper. So for instance, in this section, you will discuss the proper ways to write job descriptions. What info do you need and how will you gather it, etc. And then the actual job description should go in the appendix, which I have listed here. So what is contained in the appendix will be the job descriptions, the job structures, and the job evaluation worksheets. Remember that those are not put in the body of the paper. Each milestone needs to be between 5 and 7 pages of body. That means your title page, abstract, reference page, and any appendix that you have does not count towards that page minimum. All right. In addition to that, so you'll have the body of the paper under each of these headings. You also need to make sure that every single heading is supported with evidence and in-text citations for full credit. I have provided you with a pointers here, and then how I grade, as well as information on how to find the project. I've also included websites that may or may not be helpful for you. You are not required to use them, but I found over the course of teaching this project that sometimes those can be helpful. You do need between 5 and 7 references for every milestone, which means at the end you will have a total of between 15 and 20 references minimum, okay? Make sure you're following APA guidelines on all your formatting, in-text citations, references, and so on. All right, so let's go back to the course, and I'm going to show you how to find the project. You're going to go over to My Management Lab, click on that. You'll sign in. I've already done that just to, oh, well, it looks like it expired, so give me just 1 second and I'll sign in. Oh, there we go. Okay, you're going to have access to just one course, but as you notice, I have multiple because I'm teaching multiple courses. So you're going to click on the course. And here's where you're going to find your text. Okay, this will be our book. Don't worry about the modules. There's nothing in the modules that are assigned in this course. All of your assignments are in the modules in the Blackboard. But here is the Building Strategic Compensation Project. You'll click on that. The text file gives you all of the information that you need to know about what to contain in the project and the background information. Of important note here, eSonic is a made-up company. You will not find research on eSonic. What you're going to be researching is the industry. So eSonic is an online music company, so you'll research other online music companies and the industry as a whole. You do not need to have specific information about eSonic. And then below that is the comp analysis software. It's an Excel file. You'll have to enable macros to use that. And you won't be using that in the first milestone, but you'll need it in later milestones. So I just wanted to make sure you knew where that was. Okay, well, if you have any other questions or if there's anything else I can give you information on to make it easier, let me know. If you follow the guideline and the outline that I provided you using the same format, you'll make sure you're not missing anything out of the paper. You must use those headings in order to make sure you've covered everything. If you don't, then there'll be deductions for that. But if there's any questions at all or anything else that I can help you with, please don't hesitate to ask. I look forward to working with you, and I hope you have a great term.